You open LinkedIn and look at your own profile like a stranger would. Gray banner, stock city skyline, buzzword headline about solutions and innovation. Next tab, your website. Same abstract icons, same vague phrases, no real face, no real name until someone digs into the About page. Then you remember, you're not a conglomerate with 30,000 employees. You're a small team, maybe just you. But online, you look like a faceless corporation that no one will trust with real problems or real money. When someone sees your name in their inbox, your face next to a video, or your reply under a review, they're asking a simple question. If something goes wrong, is there a real human who will deal with it? If all they see is stock photos, generic names like support team, and a contact form with no clue who is behind it, the answer feels like no. That matters long before a sale. It matters when they decide whether to click your link or the competitors, whether to answer a cold DM, whether to believe you when you say, that email wasn't actually from us, it was phishing. From a security angle, being faceless creates two problems at once. First, it makes phishing easier. If your brand has no recognizable leaders, no consistent voice, no known support channels, it's trivial for attackers to impersonate your company in emails and messages. Hello, this is finance, or hi, this is support, sounds plausible when nobody knows what your actual finance or support looks like. Second, it makes your emergency comms weaker. When something goes wrong, a hack, a data leak, a fake account, a deepfake, your most powerful tool is a calm message from a known person at a trusted channel. If you've spent years hiding behind "we" and stock images, you don't have that tool. You're just another blue logo shouting, "Don't worry." So what does Faceless Corporation actually look like in practice? It looks like websites with no last names, no direct contacts, and no specifics. Bios that say, our team has decades of experience, with zero photos and zero details. It looks like social accounts that only post polished graphics and generic advice, never behind-the-scenes glimpses, never real people talking. It looks like noreplyyourcompany.com as the sender name for every email. It shows up in how you handle problems too. Replies to reviews signed, the team. Breach notifications signed, management. Support messages that never admit who is writing. Meeting links with a logo icon and no face on camera. Your customers, clients, and partners notice. Attackers notice as well. So how do you stop looking like that without oversharing or turning your feed into a diary? Think of it in 3 layers: who you are, how you talk, and how you show up when things go wrong. Who you are is the identity layer. It's the faces, names, and roles that represent your brand. You don't need every employee plastered everywhere. You do need a few clear, consistent humans who are visibly associated with the company. Start with your website. Go to your homepage and About page and ask, could a stranger figure out, in under 30 seconds, the answer to these questions? Who runs this? Where are they roughly based? How do I talk to them if something's wrong? If the answers are hidden 3 clicks deep, bring them closer. That might mean adding a short section on the homepage with a real photo of you or your core team and a simple sentence. I'm name, I run company, and we do X for Y. Not a full biography, just enough to signal that there's a real person taking responsibility. On your About page, swap the faceless slogans for actual short bios with real words. A headshot that looks like you today. First and last name, role in the company, 1 or 2 concrete details that show you're real and reachable, like I'm the person who reads your emails at support, or if something security-related feels off, you can contact me at security. For a lot of founders and freelancers, this feels risky. What about privacy? What about harassment? Those are valid concerns. You don't have to share your home address or your kids, but hiding everything doesn't protect you as much as you think. Your name is already on invoices, contracts, LinkedIn, and domain registrations. Choosing a controlled way to present yourself is safer than letting random scraps define you. Next, update your key profiles. LinkedIn, the social platform where your clients are, maybe your YouTube or podcast if you have one. Make sure your photo, bio, and description line up across them. Same name, same primary role, same general story. That consistency makes it harder for scammers to create fake versions of you that look more real than your real one. Now, how you talk. Faceless brands talk in vague, safe, copy-pasted phrases. We value your business. We strive for the highest quality. We take security very seriously. You've read those 1,000 times and believed almost none of them. Human brands still talk professionally, but they sound like someone you could actually email. They say I or we in specific contexts. I'm sorry this happened on our watch. We messed this part up, and here's what we changed. If you email us at this address, you'll probably hear back from me or name. Look at your last 10 outbound messages. Website copy, email campaigns, automated notifications, reply to a review. How many of them could have been written by any company in your industry? If you swapped your logo with your competitors, would anyone notice the language changed? You don't need to reinvent your tone overnight. Start with 3 simple shifts. 1. Sign important messages with a name and role, not just the team. That could be Anna, founder at company, or Ravi, head of support. This is especially important on anything involving money, security, or apologies. 2. Replace some generic phrases with concrete ones. Instead of "we value your security," try "we use auth app, hardware keys, regular audits, and we review logs for unusual access." Instead of "we're here to help," say "when you reply to this email, it goes to a real person on our team, not a bot." 3. When something goes wrong, describe one specific action you took, not just a vague "we're working on it." For example, "we've reset passwords on affected accounts and added extra verification for login changes." That sounds like someone did real work. It builds trust. Now the third layer, how you show up when things go wrong. This is the crucial piece for cybersecurity and reputation. You can have the nicest brand voice in the world. If you go silent or robotic during an incident, you go right back to looking like a faceless corporation. The solution lives in habits you can build now, before anything breaks. First, start keeping a simple incident notebook. You've heard me mention this in other videos, and it matters here too. It can be a document where you note anything that touches your security or reputation. Suspicious emails, login alerts, weird reviews, customer complaints about charges or logins, date, what happened, where, and any screenshots. Why does this make you less faceless? Because when something bigger happens, a hacked social account, a breach, a fake profile, you're not improvising. You have a record of early warning signs, and you can speak about the incident with specifics instead of "some stuff happened." Second, decide ahead of time who will be the human voice in a crisis. It might be you, it might be someone else, but choose. When an incident occurs, people should see a clear message from that person on your main channels. Website banner, pinned post, email, maybe video if the situation is big enough. That message doesn't need to be dramatic. It needs to be clear and human. "Hi, I'm Name, I run company. We've discovered type of issue. Here's what we know right now, what we've done, and what we'll share next." You don't need all the answers on day one. You do need to acknowledge reality and give people a way to reach you if they're worried. Third, use your official homes as anchors. These are the places where people can always check what's real. Your website, your main social profile, your verified email domain. If attackers create fake accounts, spread fake announcements, or send phishing emails, train your audience to sanity check via those anchors. For example, in your onboarding emails and footer notes, you can add one line: "We will never ask for passwords or payments via DM." Official announcements and changes will always be posted on URL and sent from a yourdomain.com. That sentence costs nothing. It makes impersonation a little harder and your clarifications more believable. Let's connect this to platform realities, because the internet runs on platforms whether we like it or not. On Google business profiles, Apple Maps, and review sites, adding a real photo and a short owner's message can do more for trust than another sales line. It tells people there is a person attached to this listing. When you respond to reviews, sign with a name: Marta, owner, not because you want attention, but because it shows someone is accountable. On marketplaces and app stores, fill out the developer or seller section with a real company name linked to your site and, where appropriate, a contact email for security issues. Many scams use vague publisher names and throwaway emails. You want to look like the opposite. On social platforms, consider a simple "who's behind this post" pinned near the top, a short video or photo introducing yourself and what you do. Again, not a cinema piece. 30 seconds of "I'm the person behind this account, here's what we talk about, and here's how to reach us if something feels off" goes a long way. Of course, there's a balance. You don't want to overshare sensitive details that could be used for social engineering. Full birth dates, personal phone numbers, private addresses, names of kids. The goal isn't radical vulnerability, it's controlled visibility. On the compliance side, the basics of being identifiable can help as well. In many jurisdictions, businesses are expected to provide certain identifying details: legal name, address, ways to contact. Doing it cleanly and proactively in a clear imprint or contact section makes you look legitimate when someone is doing due diligence. It also means that if you are ever dealing with regulators or platforms about fraud in your name, you can point to consistent official information. So practically, what can you do this week to stop looking like a faceless corporation online? Pick one core place where people meet you, your website or your main social profile, and add a real human element above the fold. A short photo and text block that says, "I'm name, I run company, here's what we do, and how to reach us if something isn't right." Clean up your About page so it names at least one real person with a clear role and a reasonable photo. Not a stock model, not a 10-year-old headshot, not a logo. You can still keep team privacy where needed, but have someone visible. Review your default senders and signatures. Replace generic "nor-ply" or "team" with name senders where it matters, especially for security updates, payment emails, and apologies. You can still send from a role-based address like support, but sign off with a human. Create or update your incident notebook. It can be as simple as a private doc titled "Security and Reputation Incidents" with a few dated entries. When weird things happen, put them there. You'll use it later if you ever need to explain a situation publicly. Tweak your onboarding and footer to include one line about where official announcements come from and how to verify suspicious messages. That little piece of clarity only works if people already know you as a human, not just a logo. Together, they form your defense. You don't need a rebrand to stop being faceless. You need a handful of specific human signals repeated consistently, especially when things go wrong.